Mocha is a planar tracker. This means that it can analyze the movement of any plane surface within your scene. Even if you track something that is not a plane, as for example this head here, Mocha generates a plane that moves accordingly. With my free script Mocha import, you can use this technology in a completely new way. With just one click, you can change your point of view and jump right into the tracked plane. Here you can do any kinds of modifications, and once you're done, go back to your original perspective. If you do that, all changes are automatically transferred back to the original perspective. This way, you can do any kind of manipulations in a stabilized setting and let Mocha take care of all the movement and perspective distortion. The technique can also be used for rotoscoping. This mat, for example, was created with just one keyframe. All movement is automatically obtained from the movement of the tracked plane. The Mocha import script can either be used without any additional plugin or in combination with Red Giant Warp. Whether you need the Red Giant Warp functions or not depends on the kind of footage that you have. As long as your plane is just moving, scaling or rotating, you don't need the Red Giant Warp functions. But as soon as there's also a change in perspective, with Red Giant Warp you will get much better results. Let's take a look at an example here. In this shot, some change in perspective is going on. If we use Mocha import without the Red Giant Warp functions, the car is nicely stabilized, but the perspective distortion is not compensated, as you can see by the movement of the grid. In contrast to that, with Red Giant Warp, your shot is not just stabilized, but also undistorted to eliminate any changes in perspective. Note that the grid is now perfectly fixed. By that, the shape of the car stays fixed over the entire shot. Without Red Giant Warp, this is not the case. The difference is in particular visible if you look at both results at the same time.